Stuck? One Zen move flips your fate.
I stood by the river that day, the last dollar in my pocket crumpled like a dead leaf. My hands shook, not from the cold, but from the weight of everything I'd lost. The job that vanished, the rent I couldn't pay, the dreams that slipped through my fingers like sand. I was 34, and life had wrung me dry. The water flowed steady, gray under a sky that didn't care. I didn't know why I came here. Maybe to think, maybe to disappear. I pulled that dollar out, held it up. It wasn't even enough for a coffee, just a mocking reminder of how far I'd fallen. My chest tightened, a knot of panic and shame. But then something shifted. The river whispered, soft, like a friend who'd seen me break before. Let it go, it seemed to say. Not a command, just a nudge. I didn't fight it. I opened my hand, and that dollar caught the wind, twirling once before it hit the water. It floated for a second, then sank, swallowed by the current. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just stood there, empty. The trees rustled, the river kept moving, and for the first time in months, I felt still. Not hopeful, just still. I turned away, my boots crunching on the gravel, and walked back to a life that had nothing left to take. 3 days later, the phone rang. A voice I didn't know offered me a job, better than the one I'd lost, better than I dared imagine. I said yes, my voice steady, though my heart pounded like a drum. The next week, a letter came. An uncle I hadn't seen in years left me money, more than I'd ever held. I stood in my cramped apartment, staring at the check, and laughed, not loud, but deep, like the sound of water over stones. I went back to the river yesterday. It looked the same, gray, endless, quiet. I didn't bring anything to throw this time. I just sat on the bank, my worn coat brushing the dirt, and watched the current carry nothing but itself. I'd spent so long fighting, clawing, begging for more. But that day, when I let go of my last dollar, I let go of something bigger. I stopped chasing what I thought I needed, and the universe poured it back into my hands. You don't have to believe me. I barely believe it myself. But sometimes, I think, the trick isn't holding on. It's opening your fist and trusting what flows in after.
What shook you in that story? I'm Tamara Talley, deepmanifestation.com. That flip from lost to found? That's the law of attraction working its magic right there. You felt their struggle because it's yours too, isn't it? Still waiting for your breakthrough. My free reverse memories guide and MP3. It's the spark that turned my chaos into everything I wanted. Wealth, love, calm. It's at deepmanifestation.com right now. But it won't wait forever. Don't miss this chance and wonder what if later. Go grab it. One click could change everything. Stay blessed.